Hello everyone, welcome back for another Fun Friday idea. I have a new stamp set and new paper that I'm playing with today. It is going to be the focus of my January class, so I'm really excited about this class. Some playing with some different ideas, so I thought I'd give it a chance and play with it today. So I'm going to be using the framed florets bundle and the fitting florets pattern paper. So if you want to see what I've done, join me in my studio and I'll show you how. Okay, as I said, I'm going to be using the framed florets, and I'm using this image, the leaves, and I also use the So Lucky to Call You Friend. I use the coordinating dies for those to cut them out. I now have the fitting florets pattern paper. This paper is gorgeous and it's only while supplies last, so it's going to be available to you November 1st. So if you want it, you got to get it. If you're going to take my class, you'll let me know before then and we'll get it ordered for you. All right, this is one of the papers. I'm actually using this paper and the other side of it, but let me show you some of these other papers in here. I'm going to pull this out slightly. There's this check, and this is the back of it. There's this pink, and this is the back. There's this, I don't know what it is. It's green and blue, but I don't know, some kind of pattern. And that's the back of it. There's a larger piece of this in here. There's this one that we're using, and you've seen the back of it. And naturally, it's all sticking together. There's this piece, and this is the back of it. I may have to use that for a Christmas card. It's so pretty. And then we have, I should have separated these out. This piece, and this is the back. And this piece, this image right here, there are dies that will cut that out. The rest of them you'd have to fussy cut, unfortunately. And I think the die will cut that out. Let me see, because I got it over here. That one anyway. No, not that one. Nope, not that one. They're going the wrong way. So there may not be one for this, but there's that. So that's our paper. And so let's get started. All right, the first thing I did was I took my leaf image and I stamped it with Evening Evergreen on Soft Succulent so that I had some contrast there. And then I used the die to cut it out. You don't need to see me doing all that, so I skipped it. Then I took a piece of Balmy Blue, and I used the two flowers, and I stamped it in Night of Navy, and I used the coordinating dies to cut out those. To give my flowers some interest, like on the pattern paper, if you look at it, there's a little bit of interest on there. I took the Balmy Blue marker and I just colored in those sections that had that bottom piece kind of showing. So just to give it a little bit of interest with that. So let's put our card together. All right, I am going to use a Night of Navy card base. Now, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and so I use Stampin' Up! Products. You can create this same look with, I'm going to do this side too, whatever you have. All right, so there's that. Now, I'm going to put a white base on here, but I'm not going to put it on here just yet because I want to get my other pieces put together because I'm going to stamp my sentiment on there. And I took the pattern paper and I cut this at 2.5 by 3, and then I have a piece of Balmy Blue that is 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. And I'm going to put that one together like so. And I think I have a hole in my, I've used it so much, I think I've got a hole up here that I might have to switch to another one. So I will be checking it out, and if I do, I'll move to another one. So there's that piece. Then I took the back side of this and I cut a piece that's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and then I cut the coordinating cardstock, which is soft succulent, and cut it at 2 by 2. And we're going to put the two of these together. Okay. And I love that you can get the colors straight from the pattern paper. Now, I'm going to kind of play with this before I put it down. I want this like so. I think I'm going to put my flowers on here. I haven't decided. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to go like this, I think. Create like an arc and there. And so then I'm going to stamp my sentiment at the bottom. So now that I know that, I can do my sentiment. So I'm going to pull out my Night of Navy, and I chose So Lucky to Call You Friend. All right. I'm gonna, this is a brand new set. And if you can see, it's not inked up really well. That's because there's a film on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in a scrap piece of paper, and I'm just kind of twisting it slightly so that I'm getting that. See how much better that looks than that first one? And I just twist it lightly to get that covering off of it. You can also take an old towel and wipe it off. I find that twisting works for me, so I do that. All right, now let me get this all lined up again. All right, and I'm going to, you know what, I'm gonna slide this down. I'm gonna use this line on my card for the bottom of my sentiment. And I'm just kind of following that line to get it on there. There. It looks like it might be off a little bit, but not. And see, it's still not clear all the way. I probably should have stamped it a couple more times, but it's a handmade card. It's not going to be perfect. Now, I knew what I was going to do, but I wanted some interest with it. So I pulled out the gold shimmer ribbon, and I'm going to put this piece down here. So I'm going to find my, that should be good and dry, find my my double-sided tape, and then you got to find the beginning, and I'm going to cut a piece, and I'm going to just kind of eyeball it here. I want it right about there and there. So I'll put my tape on and pull in your pokey tool. Make sure you burnish that end really well so that you can pull it up. All right, there. All right. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to put this on. And I said I was going to put it right about there. All right, now I want to make sure this is straight. My finger keeps sticking. All right. If need be, you can always check. Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, you can always use your lines on your grid sheet. So I've got that. Now I can put this down, but before I do, I'm going to put 2 more pieces of double-sided tape on the back here so that I can sandwich that ribbon in and it won't come apart. Before I started doing this, I would send cards to people and they would get it and the ribbon would be off. So I now sandwich it so I don't have to worry about it. Get a little bit up there. All right. Now I can put this down. And I always open my card back up. For some reason, I get a better view and get it lined up better. The other thing I will do is I will put down one side, make sure it's straight, and then put down the other side. Glue is good for that. All right, this piece is going to go on. I got to make sure I put it the right way. Yeah, this piece is going to go on here like so. So let me add some glue to the back of this. All right. And I'm going to add it right about there, like so. I want a slight border here. This one I'm going to add here, and I'm not going to put it on top. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to pull my ribbon out from behind so I can see it. So I'm going to add some glue here and put it down. Now when you put this down, make sure your pattern goes the right way. All right, see? All right, and this is going to go right about the middle, like so. All right, I'm not done with my ribbon, but what I want to do is I want to get my flowers on. So I'm going to take my 2 big flowers and I'm going to use a dimensional on those. All right, I've got one here that I need to cut. All right. And I'm just going to put a dimensional in the middle because that will give me space to tuck my other ones underneath, and the same for my leaves. All right, so I'm going to put this one, I'm going to put it right about there. And then this one is going to go right about there. Now these I'm going to put on flat and I'm going to tuck them underneath. So I'm just going to put some glue in the center. Again, I don't know where I'm going to put my leaves, so I'm not going to put glue all over there. And I'm going to put this down here and this up here, like so. And now it's time to do the leaves. I'm just going to go ahead and put my glue on here. Don't put too much or it'll ooze out. You don't want that to happen. This glue does dry clear though, but still. All right, I think I'm going to put one under here, like so. And I'm going to put one, oops, I don't want it there. I think I'm going to put it here. Nope, I'm going to put it up here. And then this last one, I'm going to put it right about there. All right, now to finish off my card, I wanted a bow. And I love deconstructing my bow. So what I do is I take my ribbon and I tie a loose bow like so, and then I trim it because then I know how much I need. I take my ribbon scissors And then I just cut straight up the middle, like so. And it's okay if it's not perfectly straight. By the time this frays out a little bit, which I love because it gives you fuzzies, you won't notice. See? So we're going to hold the two ribbons together. And I kind of try and stack them. And I'm going to tie my bow. And it's important to keep them stacked when you do this part, because then it'll make it easier to get it through your hole in the back. All right, so I've got my bow, all right, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate my loops. And see all these fuzzies? That's what makes it fun. I love that kind of stuff. I went the wrong way. If you pull your loop one way and it just doesn't want to lay right, reverse it. Pull it the other way. See? Oh, isn't that cute? You'll get a little fuzzies and then they eventually stop. All right, now I'm going to put this on with a glue dot. And I put a glue dot on the left side and the right side of the knot. And the reason I do that is if your tails should get caught on the envelope or on something as you're pulling it out, you have glued those ends down so your bow will not come undone. All right, and I'm going to take and trim my ends, and I'm going to try to make them as close as possible. And I haven't wasted hardly any of the ribbon. And there's the card. So, did you like my first play with the new stamp set? I think it created a cute card. And don't forget to do the inside and the envelope. Now, if you liked my video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers, and I've got a ways to go, but I think I can get there. Tell your friends, have them watch my videos. I love sharing my ideas. So with that, have a great weekend, and I'll see you, well, I guess I'll see you next Friday, if not before. Bye.